Blackguard is still on the board. No, there's no way they're going to. There's no way they're going to. Okay, they're going to small mammoth.
Yeah,
they're going to small mammoth.
Wilson definitely not a favorite of the Blackguard or King's Pass as we're going into game one here between these two players as they stick to their mains. Vraxx versus Queen Eye on Mammoth Fortress, game one.
We're gonna see how this goes. Both of them jumping forward. Pickled almost falls to his death, but it's all right. Gets back up. Wilson able to pick up Katars in the meantime. Gets a pretty solid Katar string. Pickled picks up some guns. Down light Sarah, and the damage has been evened up.
Sarah comes out from Pickled as he tries to go in for a down air. Wilson kind of waiting for Pickled to approach, but Pickled not really giving him any opportunities. His two nairs hit. That's a lot of damage coming out from these guns here as Wilson trying to do something with a spear, and it gets a nice D-Light Snare to weapon toss, being able to finish off that combo, bring Pickled into the orange. D-Light misses, dare punish from Pickled, but both players trading completely evenly here as another down air misses and Pickled misses the punish.
Light goes for the neutral sig read, but Wilson with that weapon toss into the unarmed is able to interrupt Pickled Potatoes. Wilson going for these max range down sigs, and Pickled able to get through, gets a nice little punish. Charging up the side sig, Wilson able to punish with the side light, but just does a little bunny hop.
Ooh, recovery comes out from Pickled to punish that grandpa, doesn't work out. Another signature is interrupted by Wilson's end lane. Weapon toss stops Pickled from doing anything else, and he's not going to jump into those end sigs. Pickled tries to cover that grandpa landing with a down sig. Nice neutral light from Wilson as both players are heavily damaged, and the down sig almost kills as he disarms Pickled and sends him flying. The weapon toss into his face after the dodge. Pickled's dead.
Pickled doesn't have the jumps, falls to his death. Wilson in the red. If Pickled Potatoes is able to catch him with a neutral sig, or maybe this bomb toss, not quite enough.
The bomb nerfs coming in strong there as that bomb does not have enough knockback to kill Wilson, and Wilson makes it back to the stage. Pickled probably confused about that as he throws it aside sig. Wilson not getting hit by any of these moves. The recovery connects.
And Pickled Potatoes is able to take the stock. He's going to try to clear the board. Throws away everything. Keeps the set of guns for himself. There's a bomb spawn for Wilson if Wilson wants to get a little bit of damage.
Nice D-Light, doesn't get his Sarah follow-up as he goes for the downer, and the pivot downer actually connects as Wilson, being Sarah'd once again, doesn't find a weapon still, finally gets the Katars down air into side light, doesn't get the end save, however, and Pickled can't get that nair recovery to come off, but Wilson losing out on these trades really hard as Pickled's trying to go in for more gun moves here. Nair comes out. Sidelight as well, not really finding anything, and Wilson gets a nice down air. Alright, Pickled being brought into the orange here as Wilson stabilizes.
Stairs from Pickled Potatoes are racking up damage, trying to keep him off the board. There again, more stairs from Pickled Potatoes. Another Sair, another Sair! Pickled Potatoes is hitting Sairs for days, but instead goes for a dare. Instead of maybe a fast fall recovery. But Wilson makes it back and walks right into the neutral sig.
That's very reminiscent of what he just did against Trippy Toad, because Wilson was dodging in. Pickled held on to the end sig a little bit longer to wait for that dodge hitbox to come out, and he just kills him on the top. But that recovery ends it crazy early, in my opinion, for Wilson, and Wilson evens it up 1-1 without taking almost any damage.
Pickled Potatoes gets a sidelight, not able to follow up with a nair. Wilson able to punish with a downlight into a, sidelight downlight into a gravity cancel neutral sig. Very interesting option from Wilson. Wilson picks up a set of Katars. Potatoes with these nairs wants to juggle Wilson. More nairs coming out.
Wilson lands that nair. Guys, gonna get another nair as a downer comes out, but these nairs from Pickled, it's literally been the only move that he's used for a while. He's just throwing out these nairs over and over again to rack up the damage, and it's working. Wilson almost the kill for some of the side sig. That'll do it.
The side sig just instantly kills Pickled Potatoes. First game going the way of Wilson, and Pickled Potatoes, despite throwing out a half dozen nairs, was not able to get enough damage onto Wilson.
That is the Wilson that I'm used to seeing, is back in the day when Wilson was fairly dominant on his Queen Eye. He would always KO people with that side sig at orange. Like, it didn't matter who he was playing against. He would just find them in the right position, either recovering or landing, killed them with the side sig off the edge of Mammoth Fortress, and we saw the same thing happen as Pickled quite handily had a damage lead that game until he got side sigged, and that was it.
Wilson used to get me real hype back in the day, like during like the first few gravy cancels.
Past tense?
Well, I haven't really...
He hasn't really been playing that much recently.
Yeah, no, but specifically, like, Wilson, I believe, he either won or he was in, like, the top 3 of, like, one of our first gravy cancels. That was really good.
But here we're going into game 2 here, as Pickled looking like he had to lead that game, ends up dropping game 1, and the bomb's picked up. Wilson dodges out of the way of it, and Pickled finds the first weapon. Well, he denied this weapon from Wilson. Instead, no, he's just trying to bait Wilson towards it, and it doesn't work. Wilson picks up the Katars. Nobody's hit each other yet.
Pickled Potatoes is doing a good job. He was able to spot dodge the dare, but Wilson is now slowly racking up damage with these downlights and these nares. Going for more downlights, nares, gets a dare, but Pickled Potatoes immediately pops up 2 dares, and it looks like he's got the health advantage.
Downlight Sarah comes out to punish Pickled for missing that down air, and that weapon toss doesn't actually connect, and he drops this downlight. It's the first time I've ever seen a downlight drop, and Pickled goes for that Sarah there, gets hit by an end light, and he just dodges into an end sig. Weapon toss comes out. Will Wilson get this ground pound? No. Pickled makes it back, but Pickled is so behind on damage right now as Wilson gets another side sig.
He walks into the side sig. Wilson with a huge health lead right now, and just was able to rack up so much damage with that spear and finish it off with that guitar. Pickled Potatoes now has a lance in his hand. He's trying to play safe. Are we going to see more nairs? No, just immediately throws it away for a set of guns. It's a dare.
It's a nice dare into Sarah. Nair comes out as well as Wilson's trying to get that sideline to neutral light. He's putting Pickled into deep damage here. Pickled has yet to get Wilson the kill percentage. He's only finding Sarahs and Nairs right now. Sarah once again puts Wilson off the stage. Down 6 to try to punish that recovery, but Wilson has some patience. The recovery will catch him.
And Pickled Potatoes with that recovery just takes down Wilson, and that's what you got to be careful. Playing against guns with these ledges, they can just immediately pop up and finish off stocks.
Ooh, Pickled playing dangerously close to that mine as Wilson finds 2 nairs. The Potatoes trying to start something off the guns, but the guns aren't really connecting as Wilson gets on his guitar string, doesn't get the downsig over in the dare, into another dare. Wilson brought to the yellow. Nairs do quite a bit of damage if he lands multiple ones on the guns, and then downlight.
Able to downlight the side sig. Pickled Potatoes, he's gonna need a few more of those as Wilson starts throwing out down sigs. Pickled's gotta be careful. Any of these signatures could finish him off, but he's slowly adding up damage onto Wilson. Side sig connects again, finishing off Pickled Potatoes.
What another side sig kill from Wilson as he kills him off the side of the map, and quite early in my opinion, as that mine actually goes flying down onto the stage, doesn't connect with Wilson. Pickled steps dangerously close to that explosive as he gets delight sared by Wilson. Wilson trying to get Pickled closer to that mine as he throws out an end sig. This is looking like it's going to be a game from Wilson. If Pickled can't do anything fancy soon, that lance has not been doing anything from this matchup as he goes for a nair to punish that side sig, and Pickled hasn't even gotten Wilson the kill percent yet.
Pickled Potatoes has the gun still, wants to finish it off, gets another Sayer. But Wilson, just every single hit that Wilson gets onto Pickled right now is just furthering that lead of his.
And I'm going to consider orange to be kill percent for Pickled, because that is when he's been dying from these side sigs. Like right here, Pickled's in danger of dying.
It's the recovery hit onto Wilson, but yeah, Pickled Potatoes has got to be careful. He's got to respect those guitars of Wilson, and Wilson just picks him up.
Alright, so he finds the side light. Oh, the side stick gets interrupted by that D-light there as Pickled manages to save himself from another early death. As he's landing multiple down airs now. Wilson being brought to the but what am I talking about? You know?
Yep.
He's in kill percent. Orange doesn't need to be in the red to be able to die to those side sigs. The damage count being really low here, and Pickled not gimped. He was just side sigged 3 times.